I learn you prefer to be called Patlu Pandit. Any background?
Yes, I think it is also reflected in YouTube channel. I was operated at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, which is in literally a temple of life for me and for the rest of the community that gets treated there. There was a 5.5 hour surgery done on my heart, a surgery called big town surgery, which was estimated to cost around 6 to 7 lakhs in Medanta. The surgery department was headed by a competent surgeon, incidentally a Kashmiri Pandit. But still I preferred All India Institute of Medical Sciences, though government was prepared to pay for both. I mean, both had either this or that. So I went to Medical Institute because I had faith. Dr. Devguru performed the surgery and it was very successful incident. But in due course of time I lost almost 21 kg, which apart from the surgical factor had something to do with my social and family problems. So when people started commenting on my skeleton body, I said, why not call myself a Patlu Pandit now? I am incidentally a born Kashmiri Pandit, but I tell myself I am the only Kashmiri Pandit because I live by the rules. That's how the Patlu Pandit came in. I didn't want to drop Pandit part, though I was prepared to live in the Trami of a Shudra. Let alone a Vaishya or Rajput. Being born a Pandit, Brahmin, non-vegetarian, Shaivite. Okay, I think that explains the Patlu Pandit.
Mr. Razdan, you have written Oxford University Press published book, presumably Trauma of Kashmir during 1997. It is still popular and relevant, in my opinion, for this government to take cognizance of.
So what is your question?
So, do you feel that this is relevant in today's time?
Yeah. I would say this. They say that political power and politics are birds of the same family. It is well known that politics is supposed to be the last refuge of a scoundrel. Politics is supposed to be meant for scoundrels that win. With that caveat, I used to say that the Kashmiri cannot be replicated anywhere in the universe. I am supposed to be 87 years old by the date of birth, from which my bank is richer by a lot of money every month on the basis of that date of birth. And I have been getting pension for more than 25 years now. Speaking lightly, I am a liability to the state. I would ask you a question, counter question. 1947 August, British succeeded in dividing the subcontinent between two countries. One was called India, second was called Pakistan. Pakistan was headed by just one person, and that was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And India was headed by a community of leaders. Call him Pandit Nehru, call him Sardar Patel, call him Rajgopal Ajari, call him Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Maulana Azad, and what have you. So finally we got divided. This Republic Day of 2024, I met a shopkeeper in Lodi Road. In the morning I was buying some material from him to salute Indian flag on 26th January. He's given me sustenance, and for all practical purposes he's given sustenance to all the Kashmiris, whether they are Muslim or whether they are Hindu. Kashmiri has been lost. In understanding by all the governments, and everybody exploited a Kashmiri for what was good for him first, then his family second. I don't think in my 87 years of experience of Kashmir there was any major place for the people at large. अगर कोई बच जाता था तो कश्मीरी आम कश्मीरी को मिलता था. Now that part is about, let me go into the politics of it. Whereas there was massacre going on, some people will call it was a genocide in 1947. Hindus were killed in what was to become Pakistan, and Muslims were killed in what was to become India. And Maharaja Hari Singh had jurisdiction over what is now called Pakistan occupied Kashmir by India, and Indian occupied Kashmir by Pakistan. These two plus Gilgit, Baltistan, and including places inhabited by Hazaras. This was Maharaja Ranjit Singh gift to Maharaja Gulab Singh, the Dogra king. And there were no killings in Kashmir. 90% people population were Muslims. Their brethren, religious brethren in Jammu were killed, or they were compelled to flee. My extended family lived in one of the big Muslim houses in Kachi Chhawani. 832 Kachi Chhawani can be verified. अभी भी 2 कमरे मुसलमान फैमिली के पास थे. The rest of the house was with one of the extended family of Patupani. So the question is, if Kashmiri Muslims were different than the rest of the Muslims in country, Owaisi Saab needs to ask himself this question. Kashmiri Muslims did not cooperate in this evil practice of killing Hindus in 1947. I was just referring to the shopkeeper in Lodi Road. He sells stationery, wholesale. He had come from Sialkot to Pathankot, via Jammu. On the way he told me this January 24, when he came in that short distance of 2-3 hours, 4 hours, by train, by cycle, by bullock carts and walking. And he said he walked over dead bodies of Hindus. And when he entered Indian territory, he walked over dead bodies of Muslims. I'm quoting him. And a lot of it has been said by Khushwant Singh also, Mr. Khushwant Singh, late Mr. Khushwant Singh, in his claim to Pakistan, so much about partition. The present government, and the government is before that, what is their contribution to Kashmir? For changing saints into, if we call Kashmiri speaking militants as enemies of Hindus in this country, Kashmiri Pandits. Why is their forefathers, our fathers spared Kashmiri Pandits? I was around 47 when I'm supposed to have been 9 years old. So I have vivid memories of the Kashmir was right. We were surrounded by all the Kashmiri Muslims and Kabaili, so-called Kabaili tribals from Pakistan had crossed Muzaffarabad. Because those days, Tongas, horse-drawn carts and cars used to easily go along Jali Valley road to Rawalpindi via Muzaffarabad. So, what happened? Who should be held responsible for their conversion? Policies of Government of India? Yes. If anything, Government of India should have no hesitation in placing a white paper in the Parliament House. What changed that place? What made Kashmiri Muslims? It changed Kashmiri Hindus in 1989-90. After giving them due notice, they did not give launch a surprising act. Because India had facilitated by its mute policies, by its passive policies, which were neither in favor of India nor in favor of Pakistan. Perhaps those policies were in favor of the power, whether he was in Kashmir or he was in Delhi. Now these days I find in social media, after the present composite government 3 has come into power, some people do ask my praiseworthy Farooq Mahmood Abdullah, Farooq Abdullah Saab, who is more or less about a year younger probably, roughly a year younger, and has been very kind to me whenever I went to see him. His government has been very kind to Kashmiri Pandits, both now and earlier. He is the best friend of Kashmiri Pandits, but he is better friend of himself and his family. I owe my career, I was not a bright student at all, from class 1 to class 10. And Farooq Saab, I met him twice during the early part. Day before yesterday, that is on Jyeshtha Ashtami, he was in Tulamula. If I am not mistaken, I saw him with a tika on his forehead, which is against the Sharia. If I am wrong, and like to be apologized. But he has the courage to do that. And government of India never had the courage to appreciate him for those gestures. Perhaps taking a lot of risks. He may have done a lot of damage to India's cause in 1989-90. But why did India reach 1989? Present government is merited with one. The elections that were conducted there were fair by and large. So therefore, my take on Kashmir is it's very important for Kashmir, government of India to understand a Kashmiri. And when I say a Kashmiri, I certainly do not mean Kashmiri Pandit. This agitation may have cost, say, 300 lives, according to Pandit estimates, 400 lives. Buncombe could not be more than 100 lives, 150 lives at best. But what about the thousands of Kashmiri Muslim lives? Why couldn't we take thousands of lives in 1947 of Hindus in Kashmir Valley when there was not even a lathi in Kashmir available to save Pandits? Maharaja had fled, Maharaja Bahadur Ki Jai had fled in the only one or two planes that he carried. Whom did he leave? At whose mercy he left? At the mercy of Kabaili, who killed Brigadier Ajit Singh, who killed Brigadier Usman, who killed the famous Kashmiri Muslim Shirwani. What is the answer the government has for those lives? And why did they spare me? I was 9, I should have been eliminated at 9. My father should have been eliminated at, I think he was around 40. Yes. None of us would have survived. Kashmiri Pandits would have been extinct in 1947. Yes, now the politics will set in. But didn't suit Kashmir, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, he was scared of Jinnah and all that. But nobody was scared of Jinnah. Common man was not scared of Kashmir. Common man followed the line shown by Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah. And why was Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah let down? That led his arrest in August 1953, when I had just cleared 10th class examination. So my appeal to the central government, tenure 3, to the present Prime Minister is, please understand Kashmiri Muslims. Don't push them into the fold of Shariat when they have been following Sufism. They have been tying those threads to whichever place he believed in order to vow before God, before those shrines, like Sheikh Nuruddin Nurani, like Laleshwari. Lalda, the Kashmiri Pandani, is still called Lalmai, Lala the mother, because she is believed to have mothered Sheikhul Alam when he preferred to get breastfeed from Lala than from his mother. It's not fair. We have not been fair to Kashmiri Muslims. Kashmiri Pandits may have now bid farewell to non-vegetarian food, having migrated all over the world. I wouldn't have got the job of a clerk in Kashmir, but I rose to the level of Chief Engineer in Government of India. By virtue of my whatever. I had no suffice. I command, I throw a challenge in strive for being a had no merit in any examination. 10th, 12th, 14th in BA. I graduated from Gandhi Memorial College, earlier from Amar Singh College, before this from Hindu High School. Not fair.
Knowing you as I do, if you were a who's who, do you have any suggestion for both state and central government in the context of the third spell of the present Prime Minister?
Yes. If I were planner, strategic planner in Pakistan, suppose I was Mohammed Jinnah, what I would do? Now I will try a different strategy. I would say Kashmir is fully protected now. Kashmir's basic roots are the same. That their roots were such that they did not want to kill Hindus, Kashmiri Pandit brothers, in 47, for as many as 42 years. That is true. 47 to 90. 47 to 90 is how much? Is around to roughly 42.
42 years.
So, after 42 years they changed. So something went wrong because Kashmir, India was in full control. 1959, 1965, 1971, Kashmiri Muslims had time to rebel. They cooperated with India 100%. The government of India, which was at that time ruled by Pandit Rajiv Gandhi. I call him Pandit Rajiv Gandhi because he was grandson of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So therefore I like to call him Pandit Rajiv Gandhi. It was Pandit Rajiv Gandhi who led down Pandits and Kashmiri Muslims, Kashmiri Pandits and Kashmiri Pandits, who had learned to live like brothers. He should have advised, befriended, been a statesman like. All right, let's have fair elections for the sake of our country. Let Mr. Muhammad Yusuf, the actual name of, I think, Salahuddin Saab. I will call him Salahuddin Saab, yes. The Indians have a jaundiced fact. Salahuddin was living in Saibur at a distance of about 12-13 kilometers from the present airport. What if he had become the chief minister? He had taken oath under Indian constitution. They could, instead of amending Article 370, they could amend the article that you cannot, anything is allowed except after partition. There will be no further partition of this country, no matter what happens. No matter even if there is world war. See the Ukraine, how it is fighting the largest power, but their spirit, they are not dying still. And who is heading their vanguard? Just a TV anchor of a humor show. That is what the president of Ukraine was. I have seen Ukrainians taking their families for safety to Poland border, leaving their families there, and their families wishing goodbye to their husbands and father. Come in victorious fight. Which Kashmiri Pandit came from Delhi to fight for my country, for this country? He went to California, he went to New York, he went to London. Here he wouldn't have been a clerk. And then they lecture against Kashmiri Muslims from there. Overnight they changed their shade. On each hair of Rogan Josh was killed. Kashmiri Muslims and Kashmiri Pandits learned to live how together. We didn't eat Kashmiri Pandits didn't eat pig generally, and they didn't eat beef generally. Believe me as a gentleman, I had never seen a carcass of a cow or cow family in my life. The first carcass per sale I found in Delhi. At the age of roughly, let me say 1970 or 69, after my marriage. At the age of 40, I saw a beef hanging around in a butcher's shop in Delhi. Kashmir was better India than Delhi was. Similarly, Hindus dared not touch, publicly at least, the big sword उसको बोलते हैं. We respected each other's sentiments. Whereas the Indian constitution was founded on brute majority. No matter how you get it. I once again appeal, if you love India, which I do, I told the Sayyid Ali Shah Durrani, if you happen to read Drama of Kashmir, The Untold Reality, I think it is 1999 publication by Oxford University Press and Vikas Publishing House in India. One of the best known publishers in Daryaganj. I got those books published when I got a good royalty from both Oxford University Press in dollars, which were converted by my publishers into rupees, and from Oxford University Press I got rupees. Now, people who want to publish a book pay to the publisher. My publisher pays to that. Event in India International Center, book was released by Chief Justice of India, Justice Venkatachalaya, and the dais was also late Rajesh Kailap, who wrote on my book, "We will succeed one day, wish you best of luck." So Dr. Saab, he knows the tragedy. His present Prime Minister does not understand that Kashmiri Muslims, who is capable of solving the problem of not only the subcontinent, he is capable of teaching Quran to the greatest of the mullahs of Saudi Arabia also. Such is the profound knowledge in Kashmiri Muslims and Kashmiri Pandits too. I am least qualified to comment beyond that on the religion, but sentiment, I can face any scholar, any hue on this issue. You need to be, when I joined service, my boss told a couple of corrupt contractors, I was a young officer, joined 2 months ago. He said, "Razdan, have you read any law book about corruption?" I said, "No, sir." So are you scared? He's not scared because he knows the difference between good and bad, the bribe or no bribe. He doesn't plan to do crime in Equidad. Kashmiri Pandits, Muslims found no reason to target Kashmiri Pandits. They found a reason perhaps in 1989. RSS incidentally was banned in Kashmir. I think in Maharaja Hari Singh's time, if I am not mistaken. And thereafter also for some. I still remember, we also used to sing as a prayer, "Lab pe aati hai tamanna." And it was the famous, similarly, "Sare jahan se acha." We never thought it was written by a Muslim. "Lab pe aati hai Urdu." I got 17 out of 50 in Hindi and about 16 or 15 out of 50 in Urdu. I learned both to the extent of function that I can write crude letter. I went in 2005, sacrificed my Diwali in Kashmir, in Delhi, and travelled all the way to Basgram, 3 kilometers from Pak border, distributed aid after the devastating earthquake of 2005. I was the only Kashmiri Pandit who went there with about 10 Kashmiri, and I was reading from the platform of Jammu and Kashmir Initiative for Peace. I was the founder General Secretary of that organization and Servants of People's Society, which was headed at that time, very branch by late Mr. Omkar Singh. I think I have said I needed to.
Yes, that was a very good answer, and thank you, Patlu Pandit ji, alias Mr. Omkar Razdan, for that valuable insight into our questions in the first part of our series of Patlu Pandit meeting with Patlu Pandit.
So thank you very much. Please pursue this line. You as a professional, I know you are a doctor, you are MBS, but I also know you take a lot of interest. You live in a couple of cities these days. Your house, 3-story house is in Lucknow. I mean, you got married in 96 and you introduced your husband to me while he was riding a horse. He belongs to the Rajput family of misguided caste system. But a shame caste system. A shame on us. Distribute people. Shudra, without whom we will be zero. If sweepers go on 10 days strike, all of Delhi stinks. And yet that guy is treated like dirt. The guy who removes our dirt from our premises is treated like a dirt himself. Thank God I am as old as I am. Otherwise I will lead them and never clean anybody. Let them go and take brooms. Let them clean the roads of Delhi with the exhaust of their Mercedes Benzes.
Yes, these are very insightful things, and we will continue in the second part of our series of meetings with Patlu Pandit. So thank you, Mr. Razdan, alias Patlu Pandit, for that wonderful talk.
Please thank YouTube also, who is enabling.
Yes, thanks to YouTube, and also thanks to this wonderful environs of India International Center. We are sitting on this hot June morning, but we had a lovely breakfast, and today's incidentally Father's Day also. So it was a very good start, and we hope that you enjoy these 3 questions, answers of which are given by Patlu Pandit, alias Mr. Omkar Razdan, and you will wait for the second part of our series. Thank you, viewers.
I would like to say to Omkar Razdan, alias Patlu Pandit.
Yes. Okay. So hope you enjoy this short question answer session, and we look forward to part 2 of the session.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you so much.